So I'm gonna start off by saying this. I want to apologize for what I said about Thailand in the beginning. Well, I guess I didn't say anything bad, but I kind of doubt it. It's my last day right now. I'm not ready to leave yet. I am not, even though I'm going to my favorite place, Brazil, right after this. I don't feel like I spent enough time here. And I was here for 16 days. Good amount of time, but I should have done 30. One of the reasons I don't want to leave yet is because I actually have a social circle, just like in the other countries. I have a social circle here. In the United States, there was no social circle until 2 weeks before it was time for me to go. I found a group of friends. For example, if I say, hey, let's go to this restaurant, or let's go to this bar, let's go to Six Flags over Texas. In the United States for years, that was like finding the Garden of Eden. You know, if Auston wants to go hang out somewhere, everybody's busy doing something else. So I've started doing YouTube, and I've built like this brotherhood community around me of like-minded people. Now, when I go to these countries like Colombia and Thailand and Brazil, or anywhere, there is a large number of men that are open, vibrant, helpful, giving. Everything is just positive. Nobody's tripping about who's looking at whose girl. People are buying you drinks with no problem taking, and that could be because of the currency, but I don't care. It's happening. So I have a circle here. I have a social circle here. So if I want to do something every night, I got somebody I can go with to do that with. It's not that I didn't have in the United States, but like I said, the last 3 weeks was when I found a small group of friends, maybe 4 or 5 of us, that if I wanted to hang out, at least 1 to 3 of them would be available. Versus before, I was pretty much guaranteed to go out alone because they were either too inconsistent or it just wasn't working. And it's unfortunate for those friends that we only got to enjoy 2-3 weeks together, but hey, I'm still doing this. That was my plan. But other than that, Pattaya was a beautiful city. I know I said I was going back to Bangkok, but man, there's so much to get into in Pattaya. I don't want to leave. It would take literally like a month or 2. Now, I'm going to say this too. My standards were very low while I was here. I don't know if that's because I spent the majority of my last week here drunk, and that's why my standards were low. I could have done a lot better, and that won't be happening whenever I'm in Brazil. I'm not saying that I was just fucking with a bunch of below average chicks. Just saying, for me to be going out of the country, I should have just been a little more patient and tried a little harder. It's just so much action out here, I guess I didn't give a damn, and I was drunk. But I'm just identifying, that's an observation that I made. But I did try. But the problem with that is the majority of these super attractive women in this city, if they're super attractive, more than likely they're a prostitute. Actually, all of them, you know, from not every single person breathing, I'm just saying from beautiful to ugly. You're gonna find prostitutes in that entire range. And I guess that's something you'd have to adjust to. If you want to stay in this city in Pattaya, from my understanding, from the other YouTubers that live here I talk to, you're gonna have to be comfortable with that. It's not gonna be that easy to find a regular chick. I'll be back for sure. Everything is very safe, peaceful. People are nice. Getting rejected is nice. Getting rejected doesn't piss you off here. Tattoos are cheap. Everything is cheap. But I still put Brazil over it. Remember, run to the post office, get your passports, because it's really that bad. And I've said this before. I want to touch on being black in the United States versus being black here. And anywhere else, in Colombia, anywhere. In Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, I have never been mugged. Nobody's ever gave me a nasty face for no apparent reason that was black outside the United States. That's never happened. You come to places like this, you do realize how divided we're taught to hate each other in the United States. I'm not gonna lie, there's been plenty of times I've looked at my own race of men and it's like, oh, fuck does he want? You know, it's not even a conscious thing, it's just a subconscious way to be in the United States. We see black men see other black men, it's usually not happy. Out here in Colombia and Brazil too, every time I seen somebody else, it was a good sight. Everybody was warm. Everybody was down to earth. I've said before many times, dudes out here willing to just walk to the 7-Eleven and be gone 2 hours with a complete stranger that they've never met. I cannot recall that happening in the States that easy. And you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I can't stand when people act like they don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. People are not just down to earth. Like, that's why I said the social life in the United States sucks. It's not just the women, it's like every aspect. The relationships you would have with friends amongst other men, the sexual relationships you would have with women. It's just not the same. I'm telling you, you don't realize how bad it is until you get out and you see how nice all people are to you outside the United States. That's part of the reason why I cried coming back from Brazil the first time, because I had never experienced anything that tearing to my heart. I mean, I don't know, people just genuine. I've never been around that many genuine people. And then let's talk about the experience of being around women that are super excited, super happy, generous, enthusiastic to meet. I cannot tell you how many times this happened. I was walking down the street yesterday, my workout clothes, and there's a woman working at a restaurant serving, and she literally, whoa, oh my gosh, a chocolate man. And she's literally like, she set down the people that she was bringing the food to. She set down their food, ran out to the edge of the, not in the street, but she ran out to the edge of the balcony, grabbed me, and she sounded like, I don't know, like her teeth were grinding when she saw me, like she just wanted to eat me, literally. She was just so fascinated. You ever gave a dog a treat, their tail wags up, and they stick their tongue out and they seem super excited? That's literally, she was the human version of that. Like, she looked like that, just in a human's body. That's how excited they are to see you. And that's not just in Thailand. I mean, to that extreme of what she did is in Thailand, but even in Colombia and Brazil, they are just super excited to meet you. I'm sorry to tell you, you're not getting it in the States. Unless if you're some sort of celebrity that everybody would be excited to see. Me being a regular guy, you're not just being a regular guy and people are just jumping out ready to see you. I don't care if it's because I'm rare. I'm not rare in Brazil. There's plenty of black men in Brazil. It just makes a difference. It makes a difference. There's a difference. Yeah, that part. Yeah, it's my last day here, so I'm trying to eat as much as I can before I go. Right. There's about 40 of them up in there. That's what it is. I got comfortable. And the thing is, I'm about to see. I got $90 in US dollars in cash. And then they asked